Okay, so hear me out. What if they just never used the bullpen again? I hate the thought that a T-ball stand might actually be a better option than some of these pitchers. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 6 of the regular season, where the Astros lose 2-1 to the Toronto Bluejays after surrendering the lead in the top of the ninth inning off of a 2-run home run off of Josh Hader. And you're probably asking, before I even get started here, Weston, why are you wearing your jersey on backwards? And that's a very good reason, because Mr. Jose Altuve is the only player, among the hitters, I guess I should say, that I'm not incredibly angry at. Jose Altuve is the sweet little darling angel boy on this team, and I will hear nothing bad about him. Everybody else in the lineup, nah, have at him. Free game. 1 run of offense. Was Altuve the only person to reach third tonight? Like, was he it? And he did it twice. He had a double, the home run, and a walk. Altuve gets all the orange slices and the hugs and the little head pats because he's good. Everyone else, bro, the ninth inning was just comical. Abreu having a 3-0 lead in the count and then striking out on a pitch that was not even that good. I'm pretty sure it was out of the zone. And then you had Jake Myers, like Looney Tune, falling down trying to steal second base. And I just, like, when they lost the game Sunday night, people were like, well, at least they, put up a fight in the ninth inning, which, first off, 4 games in, and we're hoping to God to just win the moral battle was chef's kiss immaculate. But, tonight, you don't even get that. You don't even get any semblance of a moral battle victory. Myers literally fell down so bad that his helmet popped off, and he was running back and forth like just a deranged college student. Brother. I said you can't live day to day. And I was just very happy with last night, but I talked about it very, very individually, and I said a lot of times that there's still a lot they have to do to win back the confidence, and a lot to do to prove that they aren't just gaslighting us. And set yourself on, or cover yourself in gasoline, and someone toss me a match, because I have been gaslit. Because 6 games is wild, because in the scheme of a 162-game season, it is nothing. It is a tiny, minuscule, microscopic blip on the radar. But when you're living it in real time, 6 games feels like an eternity. And within the context of through 6 games, you have 1 win, and it was when your pitcher threw a no-hitter. It is an eternity. They have 1 win. They have 1 win on the season, and it was a no-hitter. That is insanity. And listen, the whole Josh Hader thing, I understand that people are probably going to be kind of upset because he sold the game, and it's 4 games in the career of Josh Hader with the Astros. 2 of the games have been utterly just jaw-dropping. 2 of them have been very unfortunate and very depressing. I'm not by any means close to ready to make a judgment call on the career of Josh Hader as an Astro on account that he is very likely 4 games into whatever 6 times 5 is. 30, very likely what will end up being 300 games for Josh Hader in the career of him as an Astro. 4 games in, I'm not going to make the call yet. But, dude, the only way this bullpen can even keep afloat until probably late May, June, maybe the deadline, is if he can be what we, as fans and as that team, signed up for. Him, Presley, Abreu have got to be their elite forms. They cannot have bad performances, especially not back-to-back. They can't be subpar. They have to be great. That's kind of unfair to levy on them. However, counterpoint, Hader's going to make $19 million, so no, he has to be that elite. And on the note of making it to May, because I know there are people that are this, and good for you. I'm very happy for you. You probably live a happier life than I do. I understand that. People that are saying the Astros always start slow, why are you getting so upset about this? This is pretty common. Listen, last year I was the absolute leader of the camp of, hey, the Astros are probably going to start something like 13-17 and still end up making the playoffs. And I was like this close to being right. I think they started 15-17 or something to that effect, and they ended up making the playoffs. Here's the difference. In the past few years where the Astros have started very poorly, there are still a lot of things that are working well, and it's usually the guys that you don't have any fear are going to get clicking later on that are going to do that, right? Usually it's like Altuve's having a subpar start, or it's Tucker having a subpar start. Here's the bad thing. Both of them are having really good starts. Now, I definitely think Jordan's going to get clicking, and 6 games hasn't changed my opinion on Bregman. But, they have never started this terrible. And it's not just this terrible in terms of the play, it's in how they're losing games, and I do think you can make the argument that the bullpen has never looked this bad. Like, this bad. Has there been, through 5 games, a starting pitcher to lose the game? I think they've all been bullpen. Like, it's... Genuinely. I said it as a joke after Game 2. I don't know that the bullpen can win a game. I don't know that the bullpen can hold a game through and through. And it's just another night where starting pitching does great. Like, I'll give Fromber credit. He pitched a really nice game. I was kind of sitting there thinking in the 7th inning, I'm like, they might just have to run him through the 9th inning. Like, just go. Like, stop going to the pen if you can avoid it. If you think there is even a slight chance that your starting pitcher can go 9 innings, if you're Joe Espada, you've got to do it. Because the bullpen, and this is not an exaggeration, through the first week, has literally not shown that they can hold a lead. Or that they can even be competent as a unit. You've got to just go 7. Like Javi tomorrow. Go until he hits 110 pitches. I'm sorry. If the Astros have a lead, if Javi hasn't imploded, if it's the 8th inning and he's at 90 pitches, send him for the 9th. If he's at 100 pitches even, and you're Joe Espada, I think you got to just be like, well, have another latte. Like, you've got to go. We can't give it to the bullpen. Look what happens when you give it to the bullpen. Like, how many teams in Major League history have followed up a 10-run win in a no-hitter with a 2-1 loss that you blew in the 9th inning? And you might say, Weston, that's a very, like, obscure set of circumstances. I don't care. I want that weird statistic on ESPN. How many teams have done this? Only them. Only they could do it. It's always only them that could do it. There's still like 150 more games of this. I might look gray by the time I'm 30. And not like the couple of little like peppered beard. Like, I might just be gray. Like, I'm going to have a Santa flow by the time I'm 30. And they're going to say, oh, man, do you dye your hair? And I'm going to say, no. I watch the Astros and the Jets. And I'll throw the Jets in there just so it makes a little bit more sense, because they might think, oh, the Astros, but they're good. No, you don't understand. It's not that simple. So tomorrow night, the Astros will try to win their first series of the year at 8:10 Eastern, 7:10 Central. The Bluejays are going to send Chris Bassett to the mound, who got lit up in his first game. The Astros are going to send Christian Javier to the mound, who, if you remember correctly, I believe went 6 shutout innings with 6 strikeouts. Go 9. I'm not even making a joke, man. Just 170 pitches. Just keep going. Like, prime Nolan Ryan type beat. Prime Bob Gibson type beat. Prime old Hoss Radbourne type beat. Bring them all home. That's what they have to do. 9 innings of Christian Javier. I am so for real right now. I'll be here after that tomorrow night to talk about it. Please, love of God, let it be a win and let it be a series win. But until then, that's all I have to say. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Stros.